It took almost dying at 34 years old for me to finally understand something that I should have understood my entire life. And if there's one thing that I want you to take from this series, it's this. Stop living like you have unlimited time. Before my heart attack, there was always later. More races to run, more time with my family, more goals, more ambitions, more just there was always, I didn't ever think that time was something that could run out. And then February 15th happened. I had a major heart attack, and I realized in one instant that that's not true. There's not always just more time. There's not always just later. Sometimes we just think that it's just going to show up the next day, the next moment, the next thing. And when you have a heart attack, you realize very quickly that life can change forever in a blink of an eye. And there's many different emotions that come after you have a heart attack and your life is brutally interrupted in a way where you suddenly realize that time is not just always going to be there. You went through something traumatic. There's shock. There's sadness. Sometimes there's anger. There's bitterness. There's resentment. There is disappointment, hopelessness. At first, these are the feelings because you might be grateful that you're alive, but what happens is you realize that you just had something rock your entire world, and you feel like it took all of these things from you. To some degree, especially at first, that's relatively true. You are going to be limited, maybe forever. You are going to have a different set of circumstances after the event than you did just before the event. It's going to be different after you have a heart attack. And that's the truth. It's a hard truth. It's a bitter pill to swallow. And when you first realize this, when I first realized this, it rocked my world to a point where I was depressed. And as an ultramarathon athlete, being in shape for over 13 years before that, as an athlete, it really rocked me hard. But what happens is, as long as you don't implode, okay, somewhere along the way, you realize that time is the most beautiful thing that we have. And how we spend it is the most beautiful thing that we can do. And who we give it to is the most beautiful gift we can give. You get what I'm saying? So that doesn't happen at first, and you have to make it through some of these nasty emotions to get to that light. But once you do, and once I have, and that's why I'm sharing so earnestly and so honestly and so vulnerably, it is to let you know that I treat my wife differently now. I treat my kids differently now. I view how I spend my time with my children, with my family, with the people that I love differently now. I view how I stress things that maybe seem important but aren't. I view those things differently now. I treat circumstances at work differently now than I would have before. Before, I would stress things that are out of my control and that are out of my pay range. And I don't do that anymore. I don't need to do that anymore. I stress very little things the way that I used to. I try. I'm doing my best. I'm an Italian guy. We come out of the box with high blood pressure. You know what I mean? And looking at things differently post heart attack doesn't mean that we have to completely give up the things that we viewed as important before 100%. I'm still ambitious. I still have goals. I got a 5-mile race that I'm running a week from the day that this posts. We're going to start running ultra marathons again in January. I'm still ambitious. I still have things I want to do. I have more things I want to do now since the heart attack than before. Just some of them include things like releasing a book, a memoir about the story, and speaking goals. I always say nobody tells you this after a heart attack, but the truth of the matter is we can't expect anybody to truly understand what we're going through but another person that's going through it. So when I say nobody tells us after a heart attack, that's true. They could just tell us because they probably have heard it from other people, but the only person that could truly let you know what you're going to go through is somebody that has gone through it. And the best thing is somebody that has gone through it and gotten through it and is here to tell the tale to you on how to get through it so you don't necessarily have to make the same mistakes. That's called wisdom. A dumb man doesn't learn from his mistakes. A smart man learns from his mistakes. And a wise man learns from the mistakes of other people. I don't know whose quote that is. It's not mine. It's not mine. I don't know whose quote that is, but that's a good one. This is very difficult to maneuver, but you don't have to give up everything in your life because you had a heart attack. And I had my heart attack. I got up regular time on a Sunday, like 7 o'clock, drank my coffee, scrolled a little bit, started the walk to my workout, and I had a heart attack. It was a regular day. It was just a regular Sunday. I went to my workout and I had a heart attack, and I didn't know, and I didn't get help right away, and I almost died because of that. Thankfully I didn't. I ended up getting help later. They're like, yeah, you're having a major heart attack, and they didn't say this, but you have been all day, So life can change very fast. So I can't say what I'm going to do in 5 years from now. Right now, I could have dreams and goals, sure. But in reality, right now is all we have. And that's a very powerful thing. And it's a very, very important lesson that I pulled from the heart attack. This heart attack has been one of the biggest blessings I've ever had. It brought me back to this state of calm at times. Again, I don't want you to think if you meet me in real life, I'm just zen. I promise you'll laugh. I promise you, if you meet me in real life, I'll have you laughing. But other than that, it's not like I'm this Buddhist monk who's just this perfect, just calm. No, but I'd also be lying if I told you it didn't change my makeup as far as how I am a little bit or majorly, because it did. It really did. And if you're out there, I want you to take away the lesson that you could still be ambitious. You could still want to do all the things that you want to do, but pull from the heart attack the idea that tomorrow's not promised. It's so cliche, but when you almost die, it's real. It is real. For people who don't go through this, for people who haven't gone through a heart attack, or you could die at any time. It's just a statement. It's true for them too, because it could happen to anybody. But the point that I'm making is that when you actually came back from something of that magnitude, now it's like you really can die at any time, and you truly know how life can be like an eggshell. It could be like an eggshell, very delicate. So I really do my best in these videos not to give advice. I'm not an advisor. I'm just a survivor who's sharing his experience. But if I had to say what I believe you should do if you're out there watching this as a heart attack survivor, tell the people in your life that you love them every single day. Please do that. Hug your kids a little bit closer, and definitely tell them every single day that you love them. Come up with ways to laugh more than you stress. Stress is still going to be there, but laughter, I believe that you hear it's the best medicine on earth. Laughter should be in the medical books as a prescription. They should prescribe unfunny people to learn how to become funny, and maybe they'd live longer, because just laugh more. Tell stupid dad jokes. Tell good jokes. Be comical. Be funny. Appreciate humor and laugh. It really is the antidote to a lot of things. Do what you want to do in spite of the opinion of other people. If I listened to the opinions of other people, I wouldn't be making these videos consistently for this long. I would have stopped, because judgment would have told me, you're posting every single day about your heart attack. Like, you're just the heart attack guy now. You were the fitness running guy. Now you're the heart attack guy. What are you, a loser? But what happened is, I got a clean slate. God gave me a second chance, and he told me, you need to do this. There's no way around it. You need to do this. Everything pushed me into this direction, and I'm on a road that's like a single track. If you're a runner, a single track, I can't go nowhere else. Okay? This is where I'm going. And if you're with me on this journey, I truly appreciate you, and I hope that you figure out what it is that you're meant to do and you do it. So I wouldn't wish a heart attack on anybody, but I can't sit here and pretend or lie like it didn't teach me something. It taught me that I'm going to die someday, and so are you. The question is, what are we going to do with the time that God has blessed us with, us still being here right now? All right, guys, if you made it this far with me, I truly appreciate it. This is my first series, Rebuilding After Widowmaker. And please, if you haven't, subscribe. Click right there and subscribe. If you have, thank you so much. If you've watched this whole video, let me know in the comments. I watched the whole video. The people that watched the whole video, I truly, truly love you guys. You boost engagement to where the videos go to more people. It's very hard to get views on long form content. I promise I will make the videos more. At some point, I'll make them more, so you watch them. But for now, I'm just talking about my story, my experience, and I'm being honest and vulnerable. And whoever watches that, I truly appreciate you. Next week, we're doing the season finale. And we are going to talk about, where do I go from here? We're going to pick the story up and when I started really building myself back. And we're going to talk about that. And we're going to try to inspire some hope continuously. So again, thank you so much for watching. I'm truly grateful. So just know that if you've given me your attention and you are watching these videos, I want you to know that I am in my house right now, early Saturday before my family is up. I couldn't get this done in my regular time. I got this background because behind me is all toys and clutter toys from my children. I am doing my best to bring you, me, and just whatever comes out. And if you appreciate that, man, my heart is really, really, really here for you. And I truly appreciate it. Thank you guys. I hope you guys have a great day.